Hey, you fucking asshole. Guess what? Victims do not owe you peace. Victims do not owe you peace. Victims do not owe you healing. Victims do not owe you forgetting the past. They don't owe you shit. The only thing that they owe you is treating you like a normal human being. And respect is earned. So I'll just treat you as another individual. I'm not gonna go out of my way to be shitty to you just because I have trauma. Nobody should be doing that. But also, I don't owe you radical healing. I don't owe you sunshine and rainbows. I don't owe you any of that just so you can live a conflict-free life. Let people heal on their own pace, especially if you're not going to help, especially if all you do is belittle the trauma. Even if you're my therapist and me healing is your job, you would know that everyone has a different pace. Now, this came about because I remembered this story and it still pisses me off whenever I think about it. But I was meeting this person. It was one of the first few times that we met at a family function. And then at night, we were all talking and stuff. And this person was like, oh, so let's get to know my family a little bit. And I was like, oh, okay, sure. Let's get to know you better. And then he brings up this other person. This person had terrible parents. One parent ran away because they couldn't take on the responsibility of being a parent and they were overwhelmed, so they ran away. The other parent sold off this person to an old man to get married. Now at first, this parents refused to let their child get married at, I think, 16 because she was too young, right? But then the guy was like, oh, well, I'm gonna pay you good money. And so the father agreed. And he married off his child when she was 16 to an old predator, is what he is, for money. Fast forward, this woman, or I should say this girl, has children. She grows up and she's in her 30s, right? She's divorced. She's separated from the guy because she is no longer a kid. She's no longer young, quote unquote, even though 30 is really young. But what can you expect from a pedo? Anyways, this woman now lives alone with her children. She's messy. She does not know how to take care of the house. So her family are very critical of that. She also does not like for her children to call her mom in front of other people. And that was in the past. She did not like being called mom in public. Now, obviously, she was young as hell. How can you expect her to take on this role? She's traumatized. Her mother ran away and her father sold her off for money. And of course she's messy. She had no one to teach her. She has no one to guide her. And let me just say, she's strong as hell because she's doing too well for someone that has went through this amount of trauma. But this is not the worst part. The worst part is her mother, now that she's old as shit, came back and moved in with her. She moved in with her. Her daughter still had it in her heart to let her mother move in with her. Crazy amount of kindness. But when the mother moved in, she started to complain, oh, you're so messy. You don't know how to do shit. Well, duh, you weren't here to teach her. Again, you left. Of course she's messy. The mother needs to be grateful that her daughter lets her stay at home with her. The home that she's paying for, right? So this story is crazy, but as this family member was telling us this story to get to know his family a little bit, he wasn't saying this in defense of the woman. He was saying this as a way to gossip, as like, oh, here, have some family tea. Bitch, this is not tea. This is not, oh my god. He proceeds to say nobody likes her in the family because she's all grown up and she's still messy and doesn't know how to take care of herself. Well, first of all, of course, I literally told him, I was like, well, yeah, of course, she got married off to a pedophile and her parents did not give a single fuck about her. Then I was like, well, yeah, but she's now all grown up and she has children. She should get over it. Well, to me, it seems like she's doing pretty well for a person that is just 30. She lives alone with her children. She has a job. What more do you want? She's just started to know what it feels like to be a person with autonomy. She got married off. She had no parents. And you're telling me she should get over it and nobody in the family likes her because I don't know, man. And the focus of the conversation was about how nobody likes her in their family instead of what she went through. They were blaming her more than the predator that married her, more than her parents that aren't even parents, to be honest. And it pissed me off so bad. And I still can't talk to this person that told me about this quote unquote TA. So, all of that to say, victims don't owe you peace. Victims don't owe you forgetting the past. Victims don't owe you healing. Victims do not owe you peace. You piece of fucking shit.